let's talk about this, the Savannah Hernandez thing.
Sure,
So
I'm
you
happy
say
to.
that
By the way,
you,
hold on,
yeah,
full disclosure.
yeah.
It's not because I wanna end the
I
conversation.
understand.
It's
I
about
know you have a timeout. I
okay,
understand.
okay,
I get it.
okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. So tell me here on that front.
Sure, I'll answer
Um,
anything you got.
yeah. So this woman, I went through and reviewed,
Yep,
what happened there. You
mhm.
said that she's faking a concussion. What's your evidence for that, Brian?
Sure. So she hasn't provided any evidence that
That's
she
not
had. I'm answering your question, and I'm going to give you a number of different reasons.
okay.
First of all, in the video, she immediately gets back up, smiling, fixing her hair for the camera. Number two, the next
Oh,
day she said she had a concussion. On that day, she said she had a concussion. She
mhm.
did the Laura Ingraham show. She did the Glenn Beck show. She did a multiple of different podcasts. To me, that's not the behavior of somebody that has medical problems. I've asked her, I said, can you provide any evidence or any picture? She said she was bruised. If somebody claimed that she was bruised or if I was
Mhm.
assaulted, right? I would provide that evidence with people that don't believe me. So that's issue number one. I don't believe she had any serious issues like in concussion. So that's number one. Number two,
Well, hang on.
if
Let's start with that claim first.
sure, sure,
We'll do one at a
sure,
time. You
sure.
can't honestly say that your evidence is a lack of evidence.
Where's her evidence that she was hurt?
That's the problem. Is you're saying
Where's her evidence?
your evidence is a lack of
Yeah,
evidence.
I think she's lying. Where's her evidence that
Yeah,
that doesn't make,
yeah,
by
but
the way, that's my
that's
opinion.
that
That
the
doesn't make
evidence.
me a creep.
You saying the evidence is the lack of evidence is not a good position, Brian.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I don't care what you think is a good position or not. That's my opinion. I don't
Mhm,
think she was harmed. I don't believe she had a concussion, and that
mhm,
doesn't make me a creep, and I'm entitled to my opinion.
mhm.
You think she
What do
was
you think of
serious?
that guy running up and shoving her from behind
Yeah.
like a chicken?
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you. By the way, it's interesting that Andrew Wilson calls another man. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror? But I'll answer your stupid question
Yeah, that
anyway.
guy was not fat. I
Okay,
don't
hold
know
on.
what to tell you.
Andrew's not on the front of Fitness Magazine either. But let me just answer your question,
And he
okay?
was bald. He
So,
was a bald. Is it
so
because
okay, okay,
balds have to
yeah.
stick together?
Yep.
The
So
balls have to stick together?
here's the difference between what you look like and what I look like. Me
Mhm.
being bald was not something that I did in my life to get bald. You drink a lot of beer and you have probably eat donuts all day, and that's why you're disgusting. So now let me answer
I
your
look better
question.
than you do,
Let
Brian.
me,
What do you
yeah,
mean?
I'm sure
We're
you do.
gonna see each other at an
Yeah, I'm
event in a
sure.
few
I can't wait.
days,
I can't wait,
and
Andrew.
you're gonna
Let
be
me answer
like
the question.
this to
Andrew,
me, and you're gonna be
Andrew,
like,
yeah,
"Whoa,
I'm sure. Yeah, yeah. By the
Andrew."
way, your wife on Saturday all day, your wife was trying to convince complete strangers how hot you are. It's
She
so
thinks,
weird.
"Hey, my wife
Okay,
thinks I'm
she can
hot."
think that. That's great. I don't have a
Yeah.
problem with that. But trying to convince a bunch of strangers all day how hot you are is bizarre, insecure behavior. Let me answer
Wait,
your question. Let me
that's just her
answer your
being proud
question.
of how good
Let
looking
me
her
okay,
husband
fine. I'm
is.
glad your wife thinks you're
Yeah,
hot.
she
Okay.
thinks I'm amazing.
Okay. Great, Andrew. Yeah, you're a
Yeah,
great looking guy. Okay, so now
yeah,
can I
that's
answer your
true.
question?
Yeah,
Now
go
can I
ahead.
answer your
Yeah,
question?
sure, sure.
Thank you. So I've done OAN, Fox News, CNN.
CNN, dear,
Okay, hold on.
on a
Let me
regular
finish.
basis in
Let me
stasis.
about this story. Okay, about
Yeah.
this story. There's a reason why I'm bringing that up. It's not gloating about how popular Brian Shapiro is. I'm just saying I've been consistent on this since day one. I believe, and I said this yesterday on OAN, and I just posted it on YouTube. I believe both sides made mistakes. I believe that Chris even believes that he should not have pushed her. He should not have ever put his hands on her. There were mistakes that were made on both sides. Savannah made the first physical contact, even though I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt that she was just trying to strike the whistle out of her ear. That's annoying.
Mm.
Gray area, whether that's a crime or not, but that's annoying. I don't think that's good
He ran up
behavior.
and shoved her from
No,
behind,
let
dude.
me finish. I'm trying to give you my full answer, dude. Be quiet.
Well, how long is it gonna
Pushes
take?
pushes the whistle because I got to give you context.
All right.
She pushes the whistle out of, tries to put the whistle out of her face and strikes her in the face, the daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
So technically she makes the, then what happens? There's a physical altercation between the daughter. There's a physical altercation between the wife. I wish nobody put their hands on anybody, and I don't condone violence on either side ever. However,
Yeah.
from a father's perspective, when you see your daughter in a physical altercation and your wife, some fathers, not all, are going to want to defend their family. Now, if he is arrested,
The chick's that tall.
let me finish. If he is arrested,
What?
and convicted of assault,
Yeah.
I won't have a problem with that at all. As I've said, let the justice system take its place. I haven't condoned violence anytime.
How is that not a
in my life.
cowardly attack, though, Brian? Or cowardly
Why don't we
attack?
why don't I just explain to you?
Yeah, but
what
that's
took
so
place?
weird. Hernandez is
What's
like,
weird about wanting?
well,
What's weird about
Hernandez
wanting?
is like this tall.
Doesn't matter.
If it was really,
Irrelevant.
hang on, if it was really,
Irrelevant.
stop, dude. If it was really a matter of him being concerned for the safety of his daughter, right?
Mhm.
That dude was behind her. He could easily have just moved her. She did she's no threat to
So,
him.
so Andrew, here's the deal.
He ran up
Andrew,
and line back shoved her from
okay,
behind, by the
so
way.
Andrew,
Very
okay,
cowardly
so
behavior.
2 things quickly, Andrew, 2 things. So
Yeah.
first of all, as I'm repeating myself again,
Yeah.
nobody should have put their hands on anybody. I've been
Yeah,
very
but
clear.
that's a how is that not cowardly to run up
Hold on,
from
hold on,
behind
hold
and
on.
do
Let
that?
me finish.
Answer
Whether
my
it was
question,
behind
dude.
whether it was behind or front,
Yeah.
if in fact there's enough evidence for law enforcement, and I've said this everywhere, to arrest him and convict him, then, let the cards fall where they may. The family's gotten threats. They've both lost their jobs. I know you don't condone that. They've had emails and phone calls that the wife and daughter are going to be. I don't think they deserve that either. Now, I want to ask you a question, and I
Yeah,
hope you
but you
can
haven't
answer.
answered mine. I want you to answer to my
I
question.
think it was wrong. I think it was
No,
wrong.
cowardly. Was
Okay,
it
well, listen, I'm not going to
cowardly
get into.
for him
I'm
to
not.
run up behind this little
I'm
tiny
not
woman
going
and line
to.
back shove her across the freaking asphalt?
Let's see if you're a coward right now. By the way, I've answered the question. Nobody
Was it
should put
so?
their
No,
hands
it
on.
wasn't cowardly.
I'm not going to answer whether it's cowardly or not. I told you
Why
that nobody
not?
should put their hands on
Well, then I'm
anybody.
not
Why
going
don't
to
you?
answer any more of your
Are,
questions until you
oh,
answer
really?
mine. Most wallets still plug into the same system we were trying to escape in the first place. And that's why Rumble built Rumble Wallet. It's a self custodial wallet that lives inside an ecosystem that actually defends free speech and financial freedom. No bank holding your balance, not even Rumble can touch your funds. This is your money on your keys, on your terms. So if you're serious about sovereignty, financial and digital, this is where you level up. Go to wallet.rumble.com or search Rumble Wallet in your app store, download it, back up your recovery phrase, and move your money where it belongs, in your hands.
Are you a patriot if you cops on January 6th? Are you a
What does
hostage and a
that have to do
patriot?
with anything?
I want to know if you're consistent or
What
you're a
does this
hypocrite.
have to do with
I want to know if you're.
anything?
I want to know if you're a hypocrite or not. If you be a cop on January 6th, some of those officers have traumatic brain injury. They've
Uh-huh.
released their medical.
Yeah, of course. Anybody who's a cop, they
Are
should go
you
to
a
jail.
hostage?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I
Great.
didn't say they should go to jail. Donald Trump called them
Oh
hostages
God,
and
more
patriots.
TDS.
Can you please answer it? More TFS.
Uh-huh.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
What's the
Are
question?
you a hostage and a patriot if you cops on January 6th?
Yeah, for people who did that, no, of course not.
So you disagree with Donald Trump?
Donald Trump never said that anybody was a patriot for
He
cops.
said everybody that
Mhm.
day that were convicted, everybody,
Mhm.
including those who were
Okay.
cops,
You
are
know,
hostage patriots.
everything that you can do to take out of context remarks that
Not out of context.
you go out of
Not a,
your way to purposely
he pardoned them.
misunderstand.
Andrew, he pardoned them.
Good. He should have
Pardoned
pardoned
them.
them. They
So
weren't
you
getting
think
fair
people.
trials. They weren't getting
Oh,
fair
hold on.
trials.
I have no doubt that some of those people didn't get fair trials. That's not what we're talking about. I'm
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
would have pardoned them too. They weren't getting fair trials under
So
the
the
criminal
violent.
justice system. That's
So
one.
the,
And the second thing, Brian, is this guy was cowardly in a cowardly display, ran up behind this little chick and just shoved her
Mhm,
across, right? And
mhm.
you're like, well, the only thing that I can think of is I don't think she has a concussion because she hasn't satisfied my personal evidentiary standard of that. It's like,
No,
why does
no.
she need to release her medical records to satisfy
Okay,
you? It was clear that the woman was assaulted, and it was clear it was a cowardly
okay.
attack
Why
by
hasn't
cowardly
anybody been
leftists
arrested?
who, by the way,
Why isn't
surrounded hang on,
why hasn't anybody been
cowardly
arrested?
leftists who surrounded her, goaded
Mhm.
her, screeched at her, did everything they could to force a
Yeah.
confrontation.
Yeah. So first of all, have there been any arrests that have been made?
To date, I don't think there has, no.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Criminal justice system is slow.
Oh, Trump's DOJ.
The
They're
criminal
slow.
all criminal justice the criminal justice system is slow, yeah.
So Trump's DOJ is slow. Gotcha.
All
Okay.
criminal under any president, it's slow, yeah.
Yeah. So how many
Doesn't
years
matter
do you
who it is.
so how many years
Wouldn't
do you
matter if
think
it was Obama's DOJ.
so you're okay with pardons and clean slates for people who give police officers traumatic brain injuries, but you're totally okay a couple of years in prison. Some of these officers are suffering for the rest of their lives. Even
No.
if Savannah did have a concussion, let's just for sake of argument say she
Okay,
does.
so is he gonna go to prison for a couple of
I'm
years?
asking I'm asking you, what do you think Chris
Give him the
deserves?
same punishment they gave the Jan Sixers. Put him in prison for a couple of
Really?
years.
So
Sure.
you think so okay, so let's go with that theory for a moment. So
Give him
people
the
who are
same thing, Brian.
so let's say okay, so let's just go with your ridiculous theory for a moment.
Okay.
So people who police officers with their own batons,
Yeah.
again, I repeat, some of those
Yeah.
officers were in the hospital for a very long time. Multiple officers have something called traumatic brain injury, something that you're probably not aware of. My parents have traumatic brain injury. I know the suffering that they have to go through every single day. So you're saying This guy, Chris, who shoved, that's the only physical.
From
shoved her-
behind. From behind.
Okay, from behind.
Mhm.
Shoved her to the ground.
Which
She
is
got
very
right back up.
cowardly
Hold
behavior.
hold on. If you shove somebody to the ground, you deserve just as many years in prison as somebody who beats a police officer to the point where they have traumatic brain injury and almost die.
Well,
is that what Andrew Wilson
Wait,
is saying right now?
I'm confused. At least some prison time? Can we agree on that?
Okay, but that's not what you just said. You said treat them just like those people who cops on January 6th.
Yeah, and we'll make sure that they don't get a fair trial too, just like many of the J6ers did.
Would you like to retract what you just said?
No, fine. Put them in jail. If you want the J6ers to be in jail for assault, it seems consistent that you'd want this guy to be in jail for assault.
Because I can tell you that between the two situations,
and many of the people, in fact, the overwhelming majority of the people in the J6 situation didn't anybody.
700 people out of the 1,500 people, 700 of them are violent criminals. There were at least
they didn't anybody. Almost nobody there to anybody. What do you mean? This guy actually did the deed.
700 people were convicted of violent crimes on January 6th. You have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
What violent crimes?
TFS, everybody. TFS.
What violent crimes?
Bear spraying officers in the face. You can talk about making physical contact with officers. Police
700
officers.
of them were not convicted of that.
Okay,
you're lying through your teeth.
I didn't
lying
say.
Through your teeth, Brian.
Okay, so here's what Andrew does.
Lying, Brian.
Andrew, are you going to stop acting like an idiot and pay attention? I
think you need to provide some evidence here. 700 of them were violent. Andrew, that's a lie, Brian.
Andrew,
Brian,
you're not listening.
You're not listening, Brian.
Andrew, 700 people were convicted of violent crimes. I didn't say 700 people beat cops.
Yeah, but for what though? For most of them for nonsense infractions.
Okay, but yeah, it's nonsense. So if it's Savannah Hernandez,
give me the best. Hang on. Were most of the people there convicted for assaulting police officers or even close?
I never said that.
Yeah, of course not. Of course, it's ridiculous. You're conflating these two things.
I said, no, I'm not.
Totally disingenuous.
No, I'm not. You're being disingenuous. And here's why. For the people that did assault police officers, which is not in question, you said that this guy who pushed Savannah from behind, you call it cowardly, should get the same amount of jail time that somebody who almost kills a police officer.
No,
nothing ridiculous.
Some of these people, you say just touched a cop and they went to jail for years. Why don't they get the same thing, Brian?
Name me one case of somebody that touched a cop and went to jail.
That's what you just said. You just said some of them were convicted of touching police officers.
No, I didn't.
You can replay it. Yes, you did.
I never said. I said.
So why not give him the same crime, same thing? Brian?
I never said touching a cop. Police officers with their own batons trying to gouge out their eyes. There were fingers
Most
that were
people were not put in jail for that, Brian.
All right. Again, we're
not even
towards,
close.
We're towards the end.
Not even in the same universe.